Hello everybody, I'm Ian, and today for this Board Game Gab, we're going to be talking about blinging out your board games. But first, only a small amount of people that watch my videos are subscribers, so if you like what you see, consider subscribing. It only takes a second, and you can always unsubscribe later. Now obviously there are a lot of different ways you can bling out your board games, and I personally don't think I have all the different types, but I think I have a good number of them represented here, so that way we can talk about, and then I can ask you what your favorite is, and maybe what else I left out. First of all, for Paladins of the West Kingdom, I have metal coins. So I have the metal coins that came with the Kickstarter. They obviously can be used for Architects of the West Kingdom as well. I used to really enjoy having metal coins, but now for some reason I don't. And I don't really know how to explain why. I think just the cost to benefit doesn't really do it for me. Even though they feel nice to have and to hold, they don't really do it for me. And part of that reason is maybe because of what else you can use to bling out your board games. Now I have a set of poker chips made by Roxley Games, and I love these. Now I don't pull these out for every single game that has money, but I like to. And so if I remember to pull these out, I will definitely use these because I have two of them. I can set them on either side of the table so everyone can reach the money, and they're just absolutely fantastic. So part of the reason why I don't do metal coins anymore is because I now have poker chips, so whenever I see anything that has, ooh, those metal coins, I'm like, do I need metal coins? I don't think I need metal coins. So, yeah, mostly because of poker chips. The next one I want to talk about is not actually one I have on the table. It's kind of represented here with Scythe, and what that is a large box to hold everything, all the expansions, whatever it may be. Currently, I don't think I have any large box except for the Scythe one. It's in another room. I didn't want to pull it out. It's heavy. It's big. And currently, I'm painting all the miniatures, so I didn't want to have to move everything to get the box out. But I think those are fantastic, especially for a game that has a lot of stuff. So getting a box that can hold everything is really nice. Now the next thing I want to talk about is actually playmats. Now I have a gigantic playmat that is used for Great Western Trail. And I think it's right set up. Yep, it is right set up. Okay, so it is huge. It's about 4 feet long by 2 feet wide. It is a monster. And this was one of the first playmats that I actually got. I think it is the first. I have a few others. I think I'm up to 4 playmats. Well, I like it in the sense that I like how it feels and how how cards are easy to pick up from the table. It definitely is more of a luxury item as far as I see it. Next, I want to talk about upgraded chips. Now, I own Quacks of Quedlinburg, but for reasons which are, I feel, pretty apparent, I do not have the upgraded bits, the Geek Up bits for Quacks. So instead, I'm going to show you some bits that I have for Warp's Edge. This was a Kickstarter from Renegade Games that I got semi-recently. I actually haven't even played this game yet, but I got these little acrylic chips because it is, just like Quacks, a bag building game. And so I went ahead and got these upgraded chips. So these, I think I half-like. I like the idea of having something nice and heavy to dig around for. But honestly, the price is what really gets me with these usually. If the price isn't good, if it's not within what I think is a decent price, I'm more than happy to leave them out. Now, so far I've talked about things that basically companies provide, either when they sell the game or they say this can be used for all type of games. Now I want to talk about something else. I want to talk about aftermarket upgrades. Now, granted, I don't have very many aftermarket upgrades, but I want to talk about those. First, let's talk about inserts. Now, I don't have very many inserts, and I didn't want to bring any out here because they tend to be heavy, but they're obviously big name brands like Broken Token, Meeplesaurus. The ones that I use are actually Folded Space, and they use high dense foam inserts that I actually really enjoy. I have them for like 3 of my games, I believe. I have it for Scythe, which is one of them. So I really like those type of inserts. The wooden inserts, I feel, are just too heavy and bulk up the box, bulk up the weight of the box already so much that I personally don't like it, but I do see the benefit, especially if it decreases setup time. Different kind of insert, specifically one that you could create yourself at home. Well, for a cost. I'm talking about 3D printed inserts. So I happen to have a 3D printer, and so I have spent some time 3D printing some inserts. This one is specifically for Great Western Trail. I'm not going to show the whole thing, but this little thing holds all of the, as they fell out, I'm going to leave that in there, holds the little tokens, and when it is flat, obviously they stay in there. Holds the 1, 2, and 3 tokens, so that way you can easily just pull them out as the game goes on. And then also, with the same insert that I found online, has this little player insert, which I think is absolutely fantastic. So before, what I would do is give somebody a bag, and then they'd have to sit there and place everything on their board. This decreases it just, not a lot, but does help it a little bit more because you can just give them this, and then they're ready to go. And the last thing I want to talk about are kind of like 3D printed inserts, but the 3D printed or resin pieces that you can usually find aftermarket, usually via Etsy. So the one that I have specifically is for Root. I have Root completely blinged out. I mean completely. I've printed an insert for it. I also have some upgraded bits for that. So for the cats, it comes with this little keep. That's a little castle right there. And then it has these a little sawmill and a workbench, which I think are really fantastic. And then it has other bits for every single faction. There are bits. So here is a nest for the birds, and also the tokens used for the Woodland Alliance, which I think are just absolutely gorgeous. And so these 3D tokens really make the game pop, give it that table presence. So yeah, those are really the general categories of the different things you can bling out for your board games. So I want to ask, what type of things do you like to bling out for your board games? Are there certain items that you would not touch at all? Maybe like for me, metal coins. They've kind of lost their appeal for me. Or are you one that tries to hunt down every single blinged out item you can for a board game? Leave your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. Now go and experience many board feelings. Hey everybody, I want to thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. And remember, if you like this video, consider subscribing. You can do that right here. Also, you can always check out one of my other videos right here, or here's a video that YouTube just thinks you may like. So once again, I want to thank you so much. Now go experience many board feelings.